Alright guys, this is platinum cross strategy and it's a very powerful strategy, and of course I have trades running on it already. Is going to be powerful. This is going to be one of the videos in my end of the year series, and of course I still have series of videos to make that would make the year pure. Okay, now I've been on this trade for some time now, and I don't see myself exiting it anytime soon because it's going to go long because of my platinum cross. Okay, now let me just quickly give you the setting to this strategy. It's just two indicators alone that we're using on the main chart. Your chart has to be naked. You are only going to add the two indicators, and they are moving averages with the conditions I'm going to give you right away. But if you are new on this channel, before we go to the setting, I'd like you to take just a minute to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be the first to be notified and you get to watch it. Okay, and if you're an old subscriber, please, I'd like you to also give this video a thumbs up, like if you found value in it in the end. Okay, and if you don't found any value in it, you can still give it thumbs down, and then you suggest on the kind of video you want us to make. I've made varieties of videos on this channel and I'm still ready to make more. Meanwhile, the Fibonacci series, of course, I'm here to get the number of likes and comments in the comment section that would let me know that you guys are ready to watch it. Now if you check that video where I talked about it, you see that it's not really performing the way it should, and that tells me that those boring titles, those boring contents that you don't want to watch, they're actually the contents that would make you grow. Okay, give attention to the boring content because that's what will make you to grow and have a better understanding of forex. Enough of all that. Let me just give you the setting to this strategy right away. Only on the main chart, please. You have to ignore this, ignore the indicator window one. Is entirely different strategy. I'm giving you the setting from the main chart. Okay, so of course my fractals is always there. Okay, and I don't count it as part of the strategy. Okay, but then we have two moving averages. They are the moving averages, you know, but there is another explanation and secret to it that you are going to use and then trade boom and crash. I mean like mad, like crazy. Okay, now this is not a demo account. I don't know, but just take a look at it. Okay, and of course there are trades running on it. Just as you can see, there are trades running on it already. Yes, but let me quickly give you the setting. Now the first moving average is moving average period 200, EMA period 200. Shift is 0. Method, of course, is exponential. Apply it to close. The stars is 3 pixels. Color is green. Please, I will advise you to use these colors that are here so that it would indeed be platinum cross for you. Okay, now you go to the second moving average we have, which is EMA again, period 50. Shift is 0. Method is exponential. Apply it to close. Okay, and then the styles is 3 pixels. Color is gold or orange if you choose to call it so. So let's quickly go back to the chart right now. Now the trade is still running. So how do you trade with this strategy? Okay, you trade with the strategy whenever, if you are scalping on 1 minute time frame. Okay, if you are a scalper, of course, if the conditions are met on any time frame from 15 minutes downwards, that is talking about M15, M5, M1, you are taking 10 candlesticks. Imagine you taking 10 candlesticks on 5 minutes time frame. That's 50 candles. Okay, if the conditions are met, and just like that. But then if you spot an alignment, if you spot that there would be an alignment in 2-3 time frames starting from 15 minutes or 30 minutes down, you can stay as long as possible, which is what I am doing right now, though I still combined it with a lot of things, some other things, okay, as I'm going to show you right in this video. Okay, now how do you trade with it? For instance, you want to scalp on 1 minute time frame. Okay, now you are looking out for a crossing between the two moving averages. Okay, two moving averages. And first and foremost, this is the zoom level we are using, zoom level 2. Okay, you zoom out completely, then you zoom in once. That's the zoom level we are using. And of course, your chart position should be here. Okay, your chart position should be here. In other words, the very current candlesticks, each time you look at your chart, must be here. Okay, that's what it means, so that you have a correspondence. And when you are looking out for the crossing, it has to be here. And then the crossing has to be for crash. This is crash. The crossing has to be between 1 and the 8 calibrations. Look at the calibrations here. Okay, the crossing has to be between 1 and 8. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, in as much as the crossing is at or below this, that is talking about from here to here. Okay, if the crossing falls in between this place, okay, in between this place, then take your 10 candlesticks and you are out of the trade. Now let's look at this place. Look at this crossing. Of course, there was a crossing. Yeah, there was a crossing. Now let's count. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Of course, the crossing took place here. So the 8th candlestick, the 8th calibration is still here. And look at how the market is trending like mad. Okay, and then let's look at this place. The crossing took place somewhere here. Okay, of course, it is the orange or the gold for crash that will be crossing the green from down, moving upwards. Take note of that. But on boom, the reverse is the case. The orange will be crossing from up, coming down for boom. But for crash, the orange is crossing from down up. Okay, now the crossing actually took place here, but let's count. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is invalid. This is invalid. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, look at it. It crossed above it. So you are not supposed to take it, even though it was up to 10 candlesticks. Look at it. Let's count from here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, but to be on the safe side, you ignore this kind of crossing. Now let's go down a bit. It crossed here as well, but from the look of things, it's above 8. So you just ignore it. Just be patient with it. Whenever it happens, you are going to make the market and you are good to go. Now look at this place. It crossed as well, but it was above. Now this place that it trended so high would have been a crossing on higher time frame, and that would have been up to 50 candlesticks and you are out of the game. Okay, out of this trade. Now let's count this. The condition met here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the crossing took place. This is 8. Now let's count. Now you would have taken let's count from here. Okay, let's count from here. 1, the crossing took place here. Now 1, look at where the crossing took place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 before this 5. So let's look at this as well. It happened here. Now count down. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, the crossing is accurate, is around the 7th calibration. Look at it here. It would have taken 10 candlesticks before this crash. So remember that on crash, the crossing is such that the yellow crosses the green moving up, and it has to be at the 8th calibration or below for crash. Now for boom, let's check boom and see. Let me give you the condition. The conditions are the same, but on boom the crossing is such that the yellow or orange is crossing the green from up downwards, and then you take your 10 candlesticks, and the crossing this time has to be at the 8 or above the 8 counting from up on boom. That is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. It has to be at this place or above, okay, for it to be valid. And let's count what happened here. Okay, now 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 before this small spike. And even if you were caught, you would have traded down 10 minutes, you're out of the trade. But then if you spot that there will be alignment, you can take more than that. Okay, now let's count this. It happened here as well. Let's count 1. This is the crossing. This is the crossing. Let's count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, it's below it, so you are not going to take this. But if you look at higher time frame and see what is happening there, you could take such. Okay, now normally if you can as well use this to catch spikes. Okay, you can as well use this to catch spikes, but I will tell you later. I'll show you how to do that very much later. Okay, now but normally if you are a tick trader, if the market, for instance, boom is on a very serious uptrend, the crossing doesn't take place. Take a look at it. Let's look for where boom was on a very serious uptrend. Look at it. Okay, the crossing doesn't take place. Look at it. And then the 50 moving average reacts immediately with the market, with price, okay, to give us what we want. But then let me go to higher time frame to show you where the conditions are met and how it happened. Let's check on crash first. Okay, this is crash. It just spiked, but I don't mind. The market is still going up. Yes, of course, I know that. Now I'm looking at it that there is going to be a crossing on 5 minutes time frame. That's why I did not exit this trade, because if it happens, this market is still going to push at least to this place that I placed my horizontal line. Okay, my horizontal line. That aside that, I'm also using another technique, which is the trend line. Okay, now if you go to higher time frame, you will discover that this is a typical example of what we mean when we say that moving average period 200 is a dynamic support and resistance. You see how I place my trend line, and then you see that the market is at the same time reacting to the moving average that is in alignment with the trend line that I placed. Okay, now the market actually reacts with or reacts to the 50 moving average, but then it reacts more by bouncing off it when it touches the 200 moving average. Okay, look at it here. Look at it here. Yeah, of course, at this point as well. Okay, so but then maybe I will do a different video explaining some other things that is different and deeper about this. Okay, but if the condition for this strategy, this platinum cross, is met on higher time frame like 5 minutes or 15 minutes, please trade with this strategy on 15 minutes and especially 5 minutes and 1 minute. Okay, now let's see where the conditions were met. Now look at these places. Look at these places. Okay, look at these places. Of course, I placed this already. Look at it. The crossing took place here. Now if you had taken this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 and still counting, even if you want to take just 5 candlesticks on 5 minutes time frame, 5 to 7, that's about 25 to 35 candlesticks. Okay, on 1 minute time frame. Now let's look for some other places it happened here as well, and look at if you had taken now let's count. We didn't count. This is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, so it's very valid. Now the other one we didn't count. Let's just count. Let's count it. Let's count. Okay, look at it. 1 2 3 4 5 6, okay, 7 8. Look at the crossing. So you would have taken 10 candlesticks and you are out. That would have been around 1 hour on the trade. Now let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Okay, it didn't take place there, but it took place here. Okay, look at it. Yeah, let's count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Very valid. Then you would have taken your 10 candlesticks. Yeah, let's count from that point of crossing. It crossed here. The crossing took place here. Now counting from here. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. This would have been more than 10, okay, before this crash. Okay, so that's just it, guys. And then on boom, let's check boom. Boom has been on a very serious uptrend for a long time now, and the crossing did not take place. However, the crossing for a spike trading happened here. Now if you want to trade spike with this, you are taking the if you want to trade spike with this strategy on boom, you are taking the condition for crash. Okay, look at it. The crossing took place here, and this is 1 2 3. You would have taken a buy trade on boom. That's for those that catch spike up to this. Imagine, that would have been huge. Okay, that would have been huge. That would have been huge. Now it happened here for a tick trading. Happened here. The crossing happened here. Let's count. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Now let's count. Okay, you would have taken 10. Let's count from that crossed area, from that crossing point. Yeah, okay, this would have been huge. It would have been up to 10 candlesticks even before this place. Okay, this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 candlesticks. That's around 60 minutes. Okay, so I don't want this video to be too long, and I'm gonna say goodbye now, but that's just how you trade with it, and it's been awesome. Of course, look at the trade that is running already, and of course I've made a huge profit. Just as you can see. Okay, even though I'm using small lot size, but then many thanks for watching this video, guys. Expect greater video. Now if this crossing takes place, I'm still going to be on this trade, and I'm looking at it that very shortly, just about 2 or 3 candlesticks, this is actually a sniper entry, and this trade will push up big time. Now look at my trend line that I drew. I discovered that this market is making. Now let's go to higher time frame so that you'll understand. You combine many things to trade. Have you seen the trend line? I discovered this move that the market made a touch on the market made a bullish move, and then retraced. It made a touch here, did this, and came back, did this, came back. So I took a sniper entry at this move. Okay, and after drawing the trend line, I waited for it to come back to it, and then I took a sniper entry. I've taken trades already before, and then with the condition for this strategy met, I am still on the trade, and I'm looking at it. It's gonna push up, okay, to this point. Now I combine that while also taking my scalping with the strategy that I just showed you, the gold, the platinum cross. Okay, and that's how we trade with it, guys. Forget about the crash. Of course, it's part of it. You really need to be patient with the market, and know that sometimes it happens to kick people out of the market, and then the market will still go your way. So guys, many thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in my next video. This is CM Great Councils signing out for today. Bye.